This person is speaking well of you to others. They are like, this is the most wonderful person that I've ever met. I have never felt so aligned with a romantic partner before. I want everyone in my life to see what I see, to see the wonder and the beauty before me, all wrapped up into this wonderful human being that I get the privilege to call mine, or that I am building in the direction of getting the privilege to call mine. So, this is something where this person is very excited to kind of expand your connection to, in some sort of way, involve kind of their larger social circle. This can be somebody that wants to introduce you to their family, wants to introduce you to their friends, wants other people to know for a fact that, yes, that big smile on their face is not just coming out of nowhere. Yes, they have someone very special in their life. And this isn't something where they're just wanting to say, hey, mom and dad, I found someone finally, or yo, friend group, like, I'm not going to be able to kind of go out and just mingle like I'm single anymore because I found someone. This is an energy of somebody that really wants to kind of make that introduction very special. They want people to respect you in the same way that they respect you. They want people in their life to know this isn't just someone, this could be the one. This is someone that I'm very serious about. This is somebody that I have fallen in love with. This is somebody that I see long-term potential with. So it feels like they may be getting ready to kind of plan that first meeting, or if you've already met friends and family, to start to involve you more in those kind of like get-togethers with friends and family. Where it's not just a one-off sort of thing, but it's like I'm bringing you around regularly so that the people that matter to me, the people that I love, the people that are important to me in other ways in my life, get a chance to know you, get a chance to warm up to you, get a chance to discover this very beautiful and multifaceted person that has captured my heart. We also have the Emperor. So you make this person feel very confident. They feel that you're a catch. They feel like they are the luckiest person in the world, the luckiest man in the world, or the luckiest lady in the world, because somebody like you has aligned with them and has unlocked a door to like a higher level love. It feels like efforts that this person has made up to this point in time, to communicate with you, to kind of like show you a good time, or, to like get to let you know the real them, or these different kind of like aspects of them. It has been so positively received by you and reciprocated with a level of authenticity, that this person feels like this isn't just kind of like chemistry between the two of you making them think like, oh, I think there's really something here, but that there is the actual makings of something that can be like a real stable partnership. It feels like this is something where this person hasn't encountered anyone in a very long time that they have dated where they've actually thought of the long term. It feels like for a while they were in a cycle of trying to maybe overlook red flags, and that could have worked to their disadvantage, or having to kind of tell themselves, maybe my standards are too high, maybe I ought to just settle, and then I can kind of scoot into partnership with somebody. But with you, it's sort of like it's blown the doors off of all of that energy of kind of like stuffing down their true desires, or trying to limit themselves in terms of like what they were calling into their reality, and how they were like showing up in the process of dating or trying to get to know other people. It's like this person sort of reaches higher, they look higher, they see that a lot more is possible between the two of you without having to force things. Like it just flows very naturally. Or this is somebody, it feels like, that is very grateful that they didn't settle. They're very grateful that they kept their options open long enough to encounter you. And now that they've encountered you, this is definitely somebody that does not have other people that they are talking to. They are not waiting on a past person to return. This is not somebody that is thinking to themselves, well, maybe I ought to just hold back a little bit because what if the grass is greener elsewhere? This is somebody that has kind of like honed in on you with a level of certainty. And so it feels like they really want to step up to the plate in order to provide you with certain reassurances, or to make their intentions known to you, that like wherever you're at in your connection with one another, they see so much more that is possible between the two of you, and they're willing to work with you in order to build that together. This is somebody that wants to fight for the connection. We also have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so there is a sense of wanting to put your mind at ease, wanting to kind of put to rest any fears or any uncertainty that you might have, as far as like their long-term intentions. And that, it feels like, factors in again to this idea of somebody that is like speaking well of you, speaking about this connection, telling people in their life about this beautiful person that they have encountered, this person that has, really activated something in terms of like a higher desire for love, or something where they have become very serious and very certain about, like, yeah, I want to continue to pursue this with you. I want to continue to expand upon the connection that we have built with one another, the understanding that we have with one another. And so it feels like a big part of this sort of like next phase, or this next gesture, is going to be to bring you closer into their world, to kind of bring you in, not in the sense of kind of like, okay, I need a second opinion from these people because I don't know if I can like trust my feelings, if I can trust my heart, or if I'm just being sort of like led down a path that will inevitably lead to heartbreak again, as may have been the case in the past. This is something different. This is kind of like, I'm wanting to sort of insert this connection, insert you into kind of the grand scheme of my life. The people that are a regular or important part of my reality, I want them to now be on notice, to be aware that, they were accustomed to just sort of like me on my own for the longest time, but now I have this plus one. We also have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so it feels like something that they are getting ready to present to you. This could be an invitation to like come over to a family dinner, hang out with their friends, or something where maybe they have like relatives or family that lives out of town, and it's kind of like, hey, my parents are coming to visit, or I'm going to visit people and I want you to come with me. I want you to meet them. I want you to kind of like have more of those interactions, so that you're not just kind of like this random and anonymous person that kind of makes this real big smile on my face, or that I'm kind of like sneaking off in the other room to talk to, but I'm not sharing any of that with the people that matter to me. Where they're able to kind of like put a name with a face, they're able to experience you, they're able to start to get to know you, because this person, it feels like, is already thinking about, if things keep going this way, I could see myself marrying you, I could see us moving in together, I could see this becoming something long term. And I don't want to wait until that period of time in order to kind of let the people in my life that matter to me know that I have found a special someone. And so it feels like, again, it's very matter of fact in terms of like an invitation, an offer that they give to you that involves other people. And it's in this way of kind of almost declaring, or putting these other people on notice, like, this is my special someone. This is the person that has kind of like turned my heart light back on, or has changed my life profoundly, from somebody who is like searching for love, or maybe had kind of like given up on love, to somebody who is renewed as far as like a desire for love, a belief that a beautiful partnership is possible. This person gives you a lot of credit for like changing them for the better. You have kind of like changed a lot of their ideas as far as love and romance and partnership. Again, this is somebody that didn't have very high hopes or expectations. They almost might have been like getting really discouraged and sort of like, I think I'm just looking in the wrong direction. I think maybe what it is I'm trying to call in, it's very unrealistic. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe, I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable enough. Like they were really discouraged. And then they connected with you, and this has put them at ease in a way. And so this is somebody that, again, wants to like give credit where credit is due, and to let these people that matter to them know, like, hey, I'm different. I'm changing every day for the better, and it is because of this beautiful person that I have connected with, that has taken a journey with me, is walking with me in a new direction as far as romance, as far as partnership. You are somebody that brings a very stable, a very certain energy into their life, and yet you also represent this like big adventure. They have bought the ticket, they are taking the ride, they are in this with you for the long term. And so this next phase kind of involves letting other people know, kind of sharing that good news, sort of as a token or a gesture, to let you know just how meaningful and special you are, and to also initiate kind of a change in your focus with one another, beyond just kind of like, let's get to know one another on an interpersonal level, to sort of like, let's expand this out so that we are building this kind of like life with one another that other people will see, other people will know about, other people will, be involved in terms of like friends and family, knowing you now as a person that comes with the package of this individual. We also have the King of Swords. Yeah, so this person is very certain that this next step, that it is time for this. This is somebody that has thought long and hard about what it is that they're feeling for you. It feels like this is somebody that doesn't just bring anybody home. They are at a phase in their life where it's like, that is almost a rite of passage in and of itself, where they are letting other people in their life know about like what happens romantically. And this may be something where they're just kind of like a private person. It's their boundary that they have in place. With family, it's kind of like, only when I'm really sure do I let my family members know that somebody is meaningful to me in an emotional way. It may be the kind of thing where this person in the past got their hopes up. They got really excited about potential romances. They were very quick to kind of bring people into their life, bring people into their reality. And then things fell apart and they had a lot of explaining to do. They got a lot of maybe pushback from people. So what happened between you and so? Is there any way you can fix that? And something where it's almost like they want to avoid that. And so this is somebody that it feels like at this phase in their life, they're like, I just like to build between myself and another person. And then when I'm really certain, then it's time to kind of introduce them. Then it's time to define those terms in a way that other people can be aware of. And so you have kind of like passed the test of time. Like this person wasn't really like testing the connection, but they were almost like, we need time to get to know one another before I'm really certain about what I'm feeling. This is somebody that double checks kind of the inclination of their heart at this phase in their life. They're like, I need to sort of intellectualize things. I need to see like, okay, so we're feeling a lot. It's really intense between the two of us. There's butterflies on both ends. But is that something where we can kind of ground that down into a place that it has staying power? Is this a type of situation where it's going to be hot and heavy? It's going to be very quick in the progression forward and then it fizzles out? Or is this the kind of situation where it can survive or be sustained or maintained through the natural ebb and flows of human connection, of interpersonal relationships? And so whatever kind of time has been taken in the sense, maybe different things have come up in your life or in their life. You might have had, you took little breaks from one another, or it's just been like a little prolonged period of, a talking phase, dating, keeping things very casual, very undefined. Whatever that looks like for you, this person has kind of been clued in, like their internal instinct, the mechanism says, yes, it is time for the next phase, time to launch the next phase of this experience between the two of us. We also have the Six of Cups. So this is something where it's almost like sweet and flirtatious. Like you make love feel easy. You make love feel like something that, yeah, relationships take work, but it's not like hard work. Like it comes very naturally. It's almost kind of like doing what you love for a living. The process of getting to know you, of building a connection, kind of like learning about the light and shadow within one another, finding a way to make like your differences fit and to, kind of build upon those similarities. All of that has been very rewarding, very enriching, very encouraging for this person. So this is somebody that wants to keep the momentum of that going. They want to kind of like show you off to people as well. It feels like this is not the type of person, like even if they come from like a conservative family or, where people aren't really kind of like displaying love and affection very much. This is the kind of thing where it's like, I don't care. I'll hold your hand in front of them. I'll kiss you in front of them. I will model for these individuals a different kind of love, something different than what I grew up with. This is somebody that is not ashamed about the ways in which you make them feel very romantic. Kind of touch could be their love language. And so this is the thing where like they want to have their arm around you. They don't just kind of want to come in and it's like a business meeting, but it's like, no, I want the people in my life to see like I have found somebody that has sparked real affection in me. that this is a connection where this is closeness, not just convenience, but there's a true bond between the two of us. They may have people in their life as well, based on what they've been through in the past, that are like very protective of them. Sort of like, you know, this person might be the kind of person that falls in love quickly, or they used to fall in love quickly and, you know, kind of got their heart broken, might have been through some like devastating experience as far as heartbreak is concerned. And so this is something where they also want to provide reassurance to those types of people as well. Like, hey, you don't need to, you know, kind of give this person the third degree. You don't need to, you know, kind of be very like testing of them, or, you know, standoffish to them. Like, you have passed certain tests within this person, emotionally speaking, and so it's almost like they want to introduce you more into their life, again with that energy of kind of like holding you very close, you know, being in close like physical contact with you, so that people in their life can even just kind of like read between the lines and see like, oh, okay, these people really do have this unique chemistry, this unique bond, like a spiritual connection with one another, something where they have taken time, not just kind of like, hey, I met this person the other day and one thing led to another, and now all of a sudden we're running off and we're getting hitched, you know. But this is something where it's like, no, we've taken the time to, you know, sort of ride the waves of this connection, explore the ups and downs, the polarities here, and the decision has been made of sound mind and body between the two of us that yes, closeness is the decision that we want. And so that comes with a lot of hand holding, a lot of affection, you know, the type of love experience where it's kind of like this next step forward represents almost like a coming out, you know, like showcasing this, letting the world, or letting people in their world that are important know, you've known just me, the individual, for quite some time, but now here's my other half. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.